Hey there, how are you? Life will challenge us sometimes. Life will push our buttons, throw things at us to deal with, test our patience, test our resolve. Oftentimes we are rewarded with positive experiences. Sometimes we get to do great things, build great memories. It's not always easy. Everyone has their own coping mechanism for things like stress, frustration, pressure, failure. Everyone finds their own way to work through the issues that face them in life. I'm no different. I saw a video this weekend from a friend and fellow creator, Mrs. Mannix. She did a video on the topic of finding your happy place. That place can be physical, that place can be mental, it can be turning towards a memory, it can be taking part in a certain activity, a hobby. It can be just about anything. Stick around, because today I would like to share my thoughts and perspective on this idea of having a place to go when life is testing us, getting us down. My name is Dennis, and this is driving me crazy. I'm not going to get too deep into terms and definitions and psychology. I really just want to talk about my experiences and my reactions when I find myself in a bad mood or a bad place. Mrs. Mannix's video was intriguing to me because it really did open up a wide scope of what going to a happy place could mean. There really is an individual experience. There's kind of a cliche notion about forcing yourself to sort of daydream about a thing that you love to be doing or a place you'd rather be. That's all well and good, I suppose, but to me, that just feels kind of superficial. I can't really connect with the idea that daydreaming is somehow going to bring me out of my bad mood or get me over something that has set me off or triggered me. Alright, so let me get a little more specific. When I get frustrated or upset about something, it kind of happens all at once. It comes at me very quickly. I find myself having very little patience for anything, even mundane things. Conversations become a brutal chore. Someone not completing a task or telling me something contrary to what I thought to be the case is just completely unbearable and unacceptable, and I get into a quiet sort of angry funk. Now, when situations aren't all that extreme or horrible, I can pretty much distract myself. I can turn on loud music while I'm driving and lose myself in a song. But that's really all it is. It's just distracting myself. There are those times when whatever has triggered me has just put me in such a negative headspace that I realize I'm not any good to anyone around me, or frankly, that someone around me is going to bear the brunt of my bad mood. I have to go to a completely different place. So no, this is not the literal place that I go. It's more of a metaphorical statement, but this is just a nice, quiet park outside of town. What I'm talking about when I say that I have to go someplace else, for me, it's a place to go mentally. I've never actually studied meditation in any formal way, but I get the concept, and without realizing it, I think instinctually, it's kind of what I do. When I reach that point that I've just can't process anymore, can't deal with anyone, can't deal with anything, I go to a quiet place where I all but shut down and, frankly, think about nothing.
It kind of sucks for the people around me, as I've been told by my wife and by my kids more than enough times that I look angry, I look like I'm mad, but at that point, it's not an expression of anger or malice or anything. It's a whole lot of nothing. And I mean nothing in a very literal sense. I just shut down. I shut off. I'm thinking about nothing. There are times when I may just sit in a chair and do nothing. Sort of losing myself inside my own head. Again, I don't know the actual definitions of meditation in any way, but from what I understand, from people that tell me about it, it's kind of sort of what I do. Generally, after a certain amount of time of being in that place, I just kind of come out of it. I all of a sudden realize that I'm thinking about something again, or that I'm hearing a song in my head, or that I am in fact looking at some kind of media somewhere. I think that I look at it as kind of a purge of emotion, a purge of frustration. It's like a computer just blue screening and forcing itself into shutting down. I like to think that that's for the sake of protecting myself from further anger and frustration. And more than enough times in my life when I've had to recognize that my anger and my emotions were not healthy to myself or anyone around me. I guess it's just sort of the best way I've come up with to deal with it when it just becomes too much. Can't really say that that's a happy place, because it's really kind of no place at all, but you know what? It works for me.
So, what about you? What's your happy place? Where do you go when you just need to be done? When you've had enough and you don't want to deal with something anymore and you just need to go to a happy place. I hope this video wasn't entirely too much rambling. I appreciate you letting me take a couple of minutes of your time to kind of bare my soul. Share a little bit what's going on in here. Of course, special thanks to Mrs. Mannix for inspiring this video. The video that inspired me to talk about this today is right up here. I suggest you check it out. Tell her I said hello. That's going to do it for now. Of course, if you're new to the channel, I invite you to subscribe. Come along for more of these conversations. Think I did a good job, of course, hit the like button. Maybe share this on your social media. For now, I will just thank you so much for watching. And I will see you on the road.